Last month, I look at a hospital bill and I realized something that genuinely shocked me. Like, this is not a matter of when I'm sick or if I'm sick. And the funny thing is, I wasn't even sick. I was just going to go to hospital for a routine checkup, and the bill was actually very, very shocking. And it wasn't even the figure that was shocking. It was the realization that, oh, this is a part of my life now. This is something I have to plan for. You know, nobody told me that adulting actually means that I have to budget for everything, even the things that has not happened yet. And that's what we're here to talk about today. Well, if you're Mr. I'll tell the last child, this video is definitely not for you. But if you're not and you want adulting to be, less terrifying, yeah, you might be able to learn a thing or two. So let's get into it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Marina Keji Abdurafi, and this is my 20 series where we'll talk about self-development, self-love, leveling up, and becoming the best version of yourself. Today, I want to talk about the version of adulting no one prepares you for, because I know no one prepares me for it. And here are some systems that I built so that it stopped blindsiding me. See, one thing I've realized about adulting is it is fun, it is terrifying, and somehow stressful, and still, I don't know, all together wrapped in this little cute container. And it's just really crazy, right? So last month I was looking at a hospital bill that genuinely shocked me. And funny thing is, I wasn't even sick. I was gonna go see a gynecologist for a routine checkup because obviously, that's a part of adulting now. Somehow it's part of our life now. Not if I'm sick, not when I'm sick. It's just something you have to like properly, prepare for. And it wasn't even the figure that was scaring me. It was the realization that this is a part of my life now, and I have to like properly plan for it. And nobody's going to remind me to plan for it except me. Like, that was shocking. So I've been living with myself now for like almost a decade. And for the first like 6 or 7 years of those 10 years, my parents has been doing everything for me. This includes uni. And my parents have been doing everything for me, from food to rent to hospital bills, everything. If I fall sick, all I have to do is call my parents or pack my bags and go home. And my dad is going to take me to hospital. My mom is going to take care of me. All I have to do is just lay there and heal. And when I became a grown woman, and I realized, oh, I actually can't do this anymore. I can't fall sick and pack my bag and go to my parents' house. My parents will actually really love that. For me to be sick right now and say, oh, mommy, I'm coming home. She will love that, because this is something that my mother will ask, would you now come home? I'm a grown woman now. I don't want to come home. I want to be able to, do things for myself. So, yes, of course, I don't want to go home anymore because I'm a big girl, So, and I come to realize that hospital bill is actually so expensive, especially when you don't have health insurance or something. And we know in Nigeria that can be a bit tricky if you don't have like an employer that puts you on like HMO or whatever. Aside the point, right? Coming back to the fact that I realized hospital bill is expensive. So I don't know about you. I hate seeing those bills. And it shocks me. I hate seeing those bills. And for somebody that doesn't fall sick almost, I don't know, I only like fall sick probably once in 3 years or something like that. Like, say I'm sick, right? But I still have to go to the hospital. I still do go to hospital for routine checkups, see a gynecologist, see a dentist here and there, those kind of things. And it's actually still very, very expensive. I thought being an adult means nobody could tell me what to do. Then I come to realize nobody is also coming to save me if I don't plan properly for the things I need to do. Like, what do you mean? And that is the part that people don't talk about. Adulting seems all fun online. Everybody is an adult to make decisions for ourselves. You have the freedom, but nobody actually tells you that adulting is literally 80% budgeting and 20% surviving. That's just the simplest way I could put it. It's like carrying an invisible weight nobody sees. And this is weight that somebody else was carrying without you even noticing it before. And now you have to carry it on your own. Like, what do you mean I'm an adult now? What do you mean? There are some things I actually genuinely believe about independence, and I realized that most of them were actually myth and they're not true. So here are some of the things I believe and some of the things that turned out to be true. Myth number one, I thought independence means more freedom with money. What turns out to be true is it means I have to decide about money every single time with no one to default to. Like, what do you mean? Number two, I believe that budgeting was for people that are already struggling, or people that are poor. What turned out to be true is that budgeting is actually for people that never want to be caught struggling. And some of the things I've had to do in recent time actually taught me that. If you budget towards something, you're not panicking when the things happen. When the thing happen, you're just like, oh, okay, how can I pay for this and just move on with my life? And that's what budgeting is all about. You don't budget because you're broke. You budget so that you don't become broke the moment life throws something at you. And life has a way of doing that. You're on a part, and then it throws you onto a different part. Something unknown, completely unknown. Losing my job taught me that, actually. Number three, I thought being an adult means you have it all figured out. It actually means you have to build a system that will catch you even when you don't have it figured out. Because the truth is, nobody has it figured out. Nobody does. And the people that seem like they have it all figured out has just built a system that catches them when they don't. So here's what I've built over time, over the course of like 5, 6 years now. It's not fancy, it's just like a split that I do with every naira that comes in. And this has really, really changed the game for me. See, I do a 40, 20, 30, 10 rule with every single money that comes in, naira or dollar. You know, we want to make dollar, but right now it's naira. So every money that comes in, I do a 40, 30, 20, 10 rule. And this is how it goes. 40% goes towards needs. Those are things that actually that I get to pay for, whether I like it or not. Things that makes life functioning, like rent, like food, like internet, like things like that. Like 30% goes towards savings, and this is where it gets a little tricky because in the 30%, I split it into like 20 and 10. 20% goes towards like emergency and savings and stuff. That's 20%. I take it away. 10% goes towards investment, things that can actually bring me money. Either I'm putting that money towards my business or I'm putting it towards an investment portfolio, putting it into crypto, whatever it is. That's what I do 10%. And then brings me down to the 20%. 20% is actually want. Now, 20% want is more like if budgeting isn't really about suffering yourself, because if you're in a space where you're not allowed to enjoy anything, you're not going to stick to it. So 20% are what makes your life feel like yours, right? What makes your life feel like yours? Things that you actually want for yourself. Oh, I want to buy a new dress, get it from here. Or I actually just, want to, whatever you do with your 20%, it's just things that makes your life feel like your own, things that you actually do enjoy and you have to pay for it. Either it is a golf, something, whatever it is that it is for you. So cool. And the last 10% I keep for giving or extras. Like I want to give my siblings money, I want to give my mom money, I want to buy my dad something like that. That's what the 10% is for. Or somebody is struggling, I want to be able to help them. This is what the 10% is for, right? Or maybe I'm trying to buy something and I want to buy it quicker. I put the 10% towards it. Again, like I said, this is actually very flexible depending on what month it is and what's happening in my life currently. But this is actually like my splits on a solid month. There are months that something will just happen out of the blue, bah, and you have to like put all the money towards. I get that. But on a solid month, on a day-to-day basis, or on a month-to-month basis, this is actually what my split looks like. And this has actually been catching me even when life is life in. This 30% I put towards savings actually saved my life. Because when I lost my job, for like the first 3 months of me losing my job, nothing was really different. I was eating the way I was doing the things I had everything figured out because I had a savings and I had a safety net that actually like absorb the fact that I don't have a job. The only difference is I just wake up, sleep, look pretty, come back, sleep, wake up, eat, pretty much. So that safety net actually saved me for this period of time. Do you get? Before I start now figuring out, oh, what do I have to do to start making money, or what do I have to put in place to actually, make my life mine, or I have to cut back on some things after a couple of months. And that's okay, right? But you had a safety net to absorb. Imagine I didn't have a savings at the time I lost my job, and it was out of the blue. Well, nobody really prepares to lose their job, so it was like just happened on a random Tuesday. But that safety net actually helped me, literally saved my life. Before you even have to run to somebody to help you, you're already in a place where you can help yourself. So what changes for me wasn't really the math, it was the fact that I was in a space where I have to decide once, so I don't have to decide later in a panic. So I just pay for something and then I move on with my life. That's how it has been. And I love it for me. I'm not saying I had it all figured out because I don't think anyone really does. What changes was the fact that I stopped being surprised by my own life and the things I have to pay for in my life. I still hate paying extras. I still hate hospital bills. I still hate those things. But, the panic is gone. The panic is mostly gone. When a bill comes, I pay for it and I keep my life moving. And for me, that's the whole goal. It's not perfection, it's just not being surprised by the same thing over and over again, if that makes sense. Yours might not be a 40-30-20-10 rule. It might not necessarily be like my own breakdown. Yours might be, your needs might be more than your wants. Your needs might be more than your emergency. It could be a 50-20-30. It could be a 50-30-10. It doesn't matter how it is. Just not being surprised by your own life actually really makes adulting a lot more fun than stressful. I don't know if that actually makes sense. Anyway, that's it for me. So if this helped, or if this was helpful, I want you to leave in comment what is your own hospital bill moment, because I don't know, that hospital bill was actually what made me realize, oh, I've actually been building this for a while, and I'm not even like shocked about the price, shocked about the realization that it's a part of life now. Do you get what I mean? So I would like to know what your hospital bill moment is. And if you like videos like this, you want to subscribe and actually stay here, because I'm going to keep making a video like this every single week, every other week. Let's not get our hopes up. I'm going to be dropping new episodes, and I would really like you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys again next week, 2 weeks time. I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye.